there are some things you can do right now in League to improve. And I know it sounds crazy, but from my climb to Challenger, I learned a lot of things that are gonna help you climb. And the most important thing I realized is the fact that most people have the wrong mentality when they play a League game. They expect League games to be easy. They expect League games to be one-sided. You're just gonna win your lane. You're gonna win the game instantly.
Bye.
But that's just wrong, okay? It's a team game. There's so many variables out of your control in a game. If your teammates are ending, there's not much you can do about it. And you just gotta change your mentality, okay? You need to understand some things. And the most important thing is the fact that there's no easy way to climb. It's gonna take time, okay? This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Like, you are gonna sprain your ankle a few times, but it's important to just get back up on your feet and keep going towards your goal. Because if you don't, you're just gonna be depressed, you're gonna give up, and it's not gonna be cool. You're not gonna have fun. Especially if you wanna reach a certain division or rank. Like, for example, it took me 10 years to reach Challenger, and I was stuck in Diamond for like maybe 4 years, because that's basically where I just stopped improving, while only like treating this as a game. Like, improving in League is more of a task, more of a chore, more of it's like a way to improve yourself as a person as well, not just improve at League. Because again, it's about yourself only. Like, all you can do is all you can do, but you can improve every day a little bit and become a better League player. So I need to tell you that teammates don't matter, okay? There's 4 teammates on your team, random players. There's 5 enemies in the enemy team, random players. So basically your teammates are as good as enemies, on average. Which means only you make the difference. So if you're better than everybody in that game, you're gonna climb. Like, you might have 51% win rate, but you're gonna climb, okay? It's not gonna be overnight. And if you track your progress over time and you play daily, you can actually start to see a trend. Like, if you're actually better than that division you are in, you are just gonna climb up a little bit, not every day, maybe not every week, but in a month you're gonna see progress, okay? That's only if you actually are better. And chances are you're not better, because otherwise why would you click on this video, okay? So this is what I want you to do. You go in a game with a mentality of, okay, what can I do to play better this game, okay? What mistakes am I making? And how can I fix those mistakes? Like, I have a great example here of why teammates should not be trusted, and why you should only trust yourself if you think you deserve a better rank. So in this example, I have my jungler that thinks, okay, we killed enemy bot lane, we should stay for the plates, he's got herald and everything, right? Well, at first I'm like, no, okay, what if the enemies come and I die and I give my bounty away, right? It's a bad idea. But then I say, okay, I'm gonna be greedy, I'll get some plates, and guess what? Enemies arrived and I died, okay? That's just one example of how I can improve at the game. And how teammates are just not important. You just need to trust yourself, and you need to improve every game and learn from those mistakes you're making. And because of that, I dislike duo queuing. And yeah, above master you can duo anyway, but even if I could duo, I don't think I would, because it's just the fact that one of you is gonna be better than the other. It's impossible to be at the same level, of course. And if the ally you are doing with is better than you, he might drag you up a little bit, and then you're just gonna be like happy at the moment, but then in the long run you won't be able to maintain that rank, and it's gonna feel bad, and you're just gonna rely on your teammates forever and not improve at all. And if you are better than that teammate, it's like they are gonna get a higher rank than they're supposed to, and you won't make any more progress because that teammate is dragging down a little bit, you know? They are not really improving themselves either. So if you play solo, you only focus on your mistakes. You only focus on the game, because personally, if I talk and play, I play worse. And that doesn't help me. And you need to understand another thing that is important. You don't need to look at like lose streaks and win streaks that much. Like, those happen. And I lost 7 games in a row while climbing to Challenger too. I was feeling down. But you know what? I kept going, and then I just started winning again, because my mental was okay. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have bad games. I'm just gonna lose 7 in a row, it happens. But you know, if there's a 7 lose streak, there's a 7 win streak waiting to happen another day. And you gotta keep pushing through and keep playing. And one other thing that people do wrong is overthinking meta, overthinking builds, runes, and they start looking at builds and runes and what champions they should play, and they stop looking at fundamentals, at mistakes they are making, at overstaying, at CSing better. And for that, I feel like you should just play what you like. Hopefully just one champion, because that gives you consistency. That gives you fun, because you are playing one champion that you are enjoying. You're not playing meta, because meta changes every season. And if your favorite champion is not in that meta, you're gonna be like, I can play my champion. But you can. And you can play your favorite champion until you hit Challenger. Like, I'm playing Jinx, and she's not meta. This meta is one-shot meta. And Jinx needs time to ramp up, stuck little tempo, and that's just not happening. And yet I got Challenger, and that's because I just focus on fundamentals and not care about my builds and runes. Like, I use weird builds and weird runes sometimes, and a lot of people don't agree with them, but it's like, it's fine, it doesn't matter as much.
Doesn't matter if I have
Like, meta only matters if you want to reach rank 1. That's basically it. You can reach Challenger with any champion, so you don't need to overthink those things. You just focus on yourself again. Like, I'm gonna see this a lot, just you are the only thing you can change in League, okay? You need to understand that. And teammates can be like changed, they're randoms. And let's say you're like, you know, people say League is toxic, okay? Toxic community and everything. You enter a game, you get flamed, pinged, okay? But I'm pretty confident that 90% of you watching this are the same, okay? Your support is getting hooked 6 times in 10 minutes, and they die 6 times in 10 minutes. And they're like, I'm gonna be tilted, I'm gonna spamming this teammate, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you are dog shit, you are ending my game, we can win because of you, okay? I'm sure something similar happened to you at least once, and you just start spamming, you start typing in chat, and I want to tell you, like, I want to ask you this, like, why are you doing this? Like, what's the point? That person you are never gonna meet again. Like, even if you are telling them what to do, like, so they don't make a mistake again, like, what's the point? Like, you're not gonna meet that person ever again. Chances are never. So you should just not do that. You should just resist the urge. Like, we all make mistakes. Like, when you make a mistake, are you pinging yourself? Probably not, right? Like, if you int, you're just gonna be like, ah, I int it, oh fuck. And then, if you get pinged by teammates, and flamed by them, all of a sudden, your teammates are no longer your teammates. And you don't like when that happens, right? When you make a mistake, teammates ping, you are like, man, I'm only human, I make mistakes too, right? But then why do you do the same to your teammates when they make mistakes, okay? Even when they make something intentionally, just report. You can report in game now. Mute. Like, why don't people use the mute button? If somebody is annoying you, mute. Like, what's the point of talking back to them? And on average, again, you have 4 randoms in your team and 5 randoms in the enemy team. So on average, if you never intentionally int your games, chances are more games are gonna be inted by enemies than your teammates. So, like, if you have 3 feeders in a row in your team, in the next week, like for sure, there are gonna be 3 or 4 inters in the enemy team. And the thing is that it's way harder to recognize an inter in the enemy team than your team, you know? And that's why people are always saying, ah, my teammates every game are inting me, ah, my teammates are the problem every game, that's why I'm not climbing. But when an enemy is inting, like, you don't notice, you don't say anything, you're like, haha, this guy's bad, and you move on. It's like, but you only focus on your teammates and not on your enemies, basically. And that's just so wrong. And that's why League is toxic. People focus on teammates and not on trying to win the game and improving themselves. But this takes time to learn, okay? It's not easy, and this is why I said that the League is more than just a game where you have fun. League, I believe, made me a better person, like in real life. Made me a better person. Made me think about my actions more and how my actions affect the others. And in this case is your teammates, because if you start mental booming, well, your teammates are gonna play worse because of you. Because they are focused on you instead of focusing on the game. So that's why I believe you should never use chat. It's kinda useless, like, what are you even saying in chat? You have pings, they added pings for us to use, they are so good. So you don't need to use chat. You don't spam ping if an ally dies, even if they get caught and they int and they die before Drake. It happens. I'm sure it happened to you as well. Like, just stop pinging teammates, it's that simple, it's all you have to do, and already your win rate improves. It's just crazy. Ow. This is still a problem in League in this day and age. But yeah, that's basically all I had. And honestly, again, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You just focus on yourself. And all you can do is all you can do. Like, try not to stress when you can't win games, even though you are being fed, you know? Like, I had games where I was 7-0, and then I look at top lane, and at mid lane, 0-6, 0-6. It happens. You just gotta understand that those games happen. It's fine. Like, all you can do is all you can do. You can't win every game no matter how well you play. Like, there's no challenger player with 100% win rate. There isn't a single one. That's for a good reason. Like, you can't win every game. It's impossible, no matter what. And if you're on a loss streak, a lot of people will tell you that you need to stop playing because you are tilting, you are tilt queuing, and that's true to a certain extent, but because I changed my mentality so much in the last year, and because I don't get tilted from losing games anymore, even when I'm on a loss streak and I feel like I'm not tired and I can still perform, I still queue up. And it just works. Like, last game does not affect this game. Loser queue doesn't exist. Loser queue only happens if you are tilt queuing, aka you're on a low streak, your mental is broken, you are not focused on the game anymore, and you queue up in a game, you die once, your jungler die once, and you're like, ah, loser queue, we lost this game again. But you only gave 600 gold away. Well, 700 because of first blood. 700 gold is nothing. Like, and still people give up from that. And they expect every game to be easy, when every game is supposed to be a challenge. A way to, like, improve yourself and not make mistakes that you're making every game. And enemies are also trying to win. So it's not gonna be easy.
There's so much
And people still don't understand that. They still tilt queue, and oh my god, losers queue. But yeah, you just gotta change your mentality, okay? This is the easiest way to climb. Change your mentality, focus on yourself, try to have fun by not playing meta and playing the champions you love. And if you OTP, it's even better because it makes you be more consistent. You start farming better, because when I change from jinx to something else, my farm goes down. And also, if you're playing one single champion and you're in a bad matchup, like, that helps you improve when you are playing from behind, because that's also a skill you need to understand.
It's so fast.
When you are playing from behind, you need to stop fighting as much and start playing for your team more, and basically be a top laner, I guess. Because when I'm playing jinx and I'm behind, I'm staying most of the time on the side lane, catching waves, and then I go mid lane, catch waves, go get the jungle camp, and finally when I get my items I fight. Not just fight randomly just because. And you just improve your macro if you do that a lot more. Yeah, I think that's all. Like, it's simple. Like, on paper, improving at league, it's really simple. You just focus on yourself, never focus on teammates, because in the end, like, you are the only thing you can change in a league game. Everything else is random. And you just gotta keep that in mind every game you play. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I don't know if this helped you. I mean, we probably knew this already, but I don't know, like, I feel like people don't apply this enough. It's just, it's crazy. People start egoing, and I noticed this too when I started playing from UNE to playing on US. People ego a lot more because they are on the better server, you know. Of course, it's probably better server, more players. Getting challengers is way harder, but that doesn't mean you should just ego and flame teammates because they make mistakes and think that you are the best of the best, even though you are not rank 1. But yeah, see you guys. See you the next one. I hope you learned something from this at least. If not, I hope you went to bed listening to this and you have a good night's sleep. Thanks for watching. See you.